We are going to begin in Alberta, where the search and recovery efforts continue at the scene of a deadly rockfall. And just moments ago, local authorities have confirmed that a second person has died as a result. Now, that collapse happened in the Bow Glacier Falls area. That's about 37 kilometers north of Lake Louise. An overhanging section of the rock next to the waterfalls gave way yesterday afternoon. And this video that you're seeing right now shows that dust plume moments after the rock collapse. 3 people are receiving treatment at this time in hospital. CBC's Acton Clarkin is in Banff National Park for us. He joins us now live. So Acton, Parks Canada and the RCMP have issued a new press release. Tell us what we're learning at this point.
Natasha, we knew last night from RCMP and Parks Canada that there was 1 person found deceased at the site of the rock fall, and as you mentioned, 3 people transported to hospital. Today, we've recently learned a second person has been found deceased at the site of the rock fall. We also know that those 3 people who were transported to hospital, we can confirm they are all in stable condition. We don't know a lot about the identity of the 2 deceased, but we do know at least one of them was a 70-year-old female resident from Calgary. RCMP is not saying exactly who it was. They're in the process of notifying this person's next of kin. At this time, we have been told by officials there are no additional other people reported as being missing in the area. Officials have checked the trailhead, which leads to the hiking trail that these folks would have been on, and there's no unidentified vehicles there. But search efforts are continuing. Just 1 kilometer up the road from here is a grouping of officials, RCMP officers, Parks Canada, that we've seen helicopters coming in and out, heading towards the site of the rockfall, which is behind in the mountains behind me in Bow Lake. And I want to give you a sense of where this is. So for people unfamiliar, we're standing in front of a highway called the Icefields Parkway. It's a very popular tourist destination in between Banff and Jasper. People come from all over the world and locally to hike these trails. It's easily accessible, and which means that this rock fall was seen by some people in the area. We have been seeing video and hearing from folks who did witness the incident yesterday, which happened at about 1 p.m. according to RCMP. And I want to share a clip of someone who did witness the incident yesterday.
And I was facing away from the falls when I heard just kind of a cracking sound, and I knew immediately what that sound was rock, but how loud the crack was, I looked over my shoulder and the whole sheet of rock was coming off, and it looked like a multi-story building, and it just came down with such force and exploded. And without hesitation, I got up and just started running. I grabbed my backpack and had my camera in my hand and my dogs, and I just ran as fast as I could, as far as I could away from it.
There have been trickles of video coming out, and it's hard to tell exactly what you're looking at if you've never seen a rockfall like this before. A huge plume of dust, you could hear something, but it's difficult to really tell what happened. And as you heard from that witness, people were just running, and it's a common theme we've heard from several people who were in the area, Natasha.
Now, Acton, this is clearly a very remote location. It's dangerous, clearly. So what are some of the challenges that the rescue and recovery operators are dealing with?
It is a bit remote. There's obviously mountains. We're in the Rockies. One challenge for not only first responders, but for media as well, is getting information about what's happening at the site of the rockfall. There's limited cell phone service here. We're only able to do this because we have a satellite truck connecting, but we're in one place. If we move left and right and try to walk around, our connection becomes a little unstable. And I heard from an Alberta EMS officer recently who told me even his team, his communications team, is having trouble using their radios, having trouble connecting with people over cell phone. So information is trickling out slowly, and it's difficult to coordinate between all the rescue officials. But another thing complicating matters is simply the weather. It's quite cold right now. We are expecting potential flurries. Those are in the forecast. And this morning, there was a major thunderstorm in the area, which make doing all these things quite difficult. We do know that safety is the top priority according to RCMP. There is an engineer on site, or that will be on site, assessing whether the rescue area is safe to search, but dogs are involved, drones are involved. It's still unclear whether there may be anyone else found at the site, but the efforts are still ongoing. Absolutely, Natasha.
Okay, CBC's Acton Clark in Banff National Park with the breaking news. Thank you, Acton.